Hey y'all, how you doing? Welcome to the Goodness Garden. This is Sherilyn from Just Goodness 333 Homestead. And yesterday I went to the Dollar Tree and I got a bunch of stuff for my garden and I want to share these finds with you. This will be a very short video, but I just want to make sure that you guys know this information's out there. This stuff is out there. Let's just see. First off, garden scissors, $1.25. These amazing little nippers here. They are, I have a pair and I've had them for about 2 years and they work great. The only thing is I keep losing the other one, so I figured a second one as a backup. And then, I haven't used these before, but they have these nice little pruning shears, $1.25. I did buy some pretty ribbon because I want to hang a wreath on the new chicken coop door. Check this out. I have no idea what I'm going to grow in these tiny stackable pots. I'm stuck. Let's check this out. Wouldn't this make a cute little thing to go on your windowsill or somewhere? Let me know if you know of anything like vegetables or whatever that would grow in these. They're not super deep. They have this little well. Of course, you have to, drill the holes where you want the holes so the water will come out of them and set them on a little tray or something. But aren't they super cute? And along the lines of those, I have green stalk planters. And check these out. These would be perfect for strawberries or herbs. Isn't that lovely? So that's $5 for this, and you can fit 12 plants in it. That is just lovely. They also, there's a little twin engine plane flying above. They also had them in like a dark green and a gray color. I am developing the herb garden back here and I want to make this tree. It's my sitting area and I want to do some really pretty stuff with it. And I couldn't pass this up for $1.25. This is it's a little plastic plant hanger. It may only last 1 or 2 seasons, but for $1.25, come on guys. That's cute, huh? And they also have these garden clips. Now this might be the biggest value of all of this. I buy those white plastic tomato clips on Amazon. I have a ton of them. I've shown them in other videos. But let's look at these clips. I know my dad was buying these at the hardware store and spending quite a good penny for these. They have them in 2 sizes. See? They'll just, that's where the stem of the plant goes, and this wraps around and grabs onto whatever trellising system you have, or a small stake or something. Each pack comes in 2 sizes, and look at these. These would be great for tomatoes, and you just hold the tomato up to your fence or trellis and pop it on there. And then easy to get off, much easier than those, much easier than those white plastic clips. Okay, I got a couple more things, but I got a ton of seeds. And I figured for 25 cents a pack of seeds, I did go a little overboard. I got $14.25 worth of seeds. I'll show you what I got. I got not a ton of different varieties, but I just got, I don't know how on earth I got a habanero, because Mama is not eating no daggone habanero. Might give that to my dad. I did get cayenne peppers because I do want to make my own Tabasco sauce. Let me do this. I'm sitting on the ground out here by the chickens because I'm trying to find a place where the sun isn't shining bright and you guys can actually see my face. But let me do this. I bought 2 of these. I'm going to keep the empty one for the seeds I've shown you. I got some more Blue Lake bush beans. They're my favorite bush beans. They are stringless. They're fast producers. And there's some, these are called White Lisbon bunching onions. I got some chives. I have not had a lot of success with growing chives. That's another reason I'm making all these different microclimate areas in my garden, because I want to, you know, just because something doesn't grow well in one area doesn't mean it won't in the other, you know, for sun exposure and different things. I got 2 packs of dill. I got a pack of red cord chantenay carrots. I meant to get more than 1 pack of eggplant because there's not a ton of seeds in here, guys. You know, you might get 20 seeds in some of these. I did get this 1 eggplant. I meant to get more of that. They did not have the Chinese ping tung variety. I got tons of different zinnias. There's semi-dwarf. It's the same semi-dwarf. This is giant cactus mixed colors. Look at those. Beautiful, beautiful. You can't have too many zinnias. Marigold seeds. More giant cactus zinnias. I love these. So this is called Lilliput mixed colors. And if it's Lilliput, makes me think of the Lilliputians, you know, and what was his name? You know, the guy that gets stranded on the island of the Lilliputians and they think he's a giant because they're all tiny. Gulliver's Travels, right? I might be right. This is Giants of California mixed colors. I got several of those. Alright, this is Sweet Alyssum. I've already planted some of this. It's very beautiful. It smells awesome and the bees love it. And it'll fall out of your containers or your garden beds and just creep over the edges. It's very beautiful. It reminds me very much of like cottage style flowers. I got 2 kinds of tomatoes. I got large red cherry. I got some of those, even though I grow my own tomatoes from my own seeds. I did get some of those. I got 4 packs of those. And let's see what I've got here. Oh my God, how many Roma tomatoes did I get? It's because I'm going to share them. These are a container variety Roma tomato. It's called Roma VF. And container variety. It's a heavy yielding variety used for preserves, solid pack canning, tomato paste, and puree, very little juice, and a mild flavor. It's a determinant. It says large plants have good leaf cover and they're disease tolerant. The good thing about determinant tomatoes is they're not going to grow 10 feet tall like my beefsteak plants are. And you can grow them in containers with just a little staking up or along your trellis, and they won't overtake the trellis and go crazy. Also with determinants, you don't have to do a lot of pruning. You just want them to bush out. And another thing with determinants is if you have a shorter season, like when I'm going to plant these in probably February, and they're going to be, how many days to maturity does it say? Anyhow, if you're going to plant them out in February, we're going to get too hot here pretty soon for tomatoes. So when I planted out the beefsteak tomatoes last year in March, I got some harvest, but I could have had a longer harvest because the beefsteak are indeterminate. They grow very tall and big. Plus they put out a bunch of fruit here, a bunch of fruit there. You know, next week they'll put out more flowers next week. A lot of times with determinants, it's been my experience and my understanding that with determinants they will put on a huge flush of fruit at once. How that works better for a short growing season is that you get all your fruit at once and it doesn't get too hot or too cold depending on where you are and where you're growing. It's not going to, you know, you're going to be able to get more tomatoes out of a shorter season. That's my understanding. I'm not a professional or an expert. Okay, and again, that's Roma VF. I did get one pack of straight 8 cucumbers. Goes there. Here's more tomatoes. And more tomatoes, more Romas, all Romas. I only saw them have the Roma, the beefsteak, and the cherry tomato. Okay. There's straight 8 slicing cucumbers. And then I got, because I'd like to do some fermented pickles, I got some National Pickling Cucumber. That's one of, probably the brand I've heard, the name of cucumber that I have heard the most when people grow pickling cucumbers is National Pickling Cucumber. I did get a pack of some butternut squash, Waltham butternut. I got some, I have not had great success with squash, but I'm going to do an experiment. If y'all have been around here long enough, you know I can do some experiments. I've heard about this stuff called insect frass, and it is the excrement and the exoskeletons of things like mealworms, and I have purchased a small container of it, and I'm going to pretty soon, I'm still establishing areas in the garden. I'm about to take the lima beans out, and I'm about to move some tomato trellises and just do different things. I'm so tired of moving this garden around. One day I'll figure out how I really want it. But I'm going to plant these, and you put this insect frass in the dirt where you plant it, and you just put a little bit. And what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to put the plants on alert because they detect some form of, insect, I guess, biology. And the plants themselves will boost up their immune system. I have only listened to a friend talk about this once and looked into it a very little bit. But if you want to look it up, it's called insect frass. What I'm hoping is if it will not only help the microorganisms in the soil, because it's going to give them things they can feed on, I'm also hoping that it's going to cause the plants to get this boosted immune system. And I'm all about a boosted immune system. I mean, I own an elderberry syrup company. If you go on Amazon and look it up, Just Goodness 333 elderberry syrup, that's me. And that's my company. I'm all about boosted immune systems. If that will work the way that I've heard it will work, hopefully I can successfully grow squash without it succumbing to the fungus, because I would get powdery mildew or that coppery fungus and all sorts of stuff. It just doesn't seem to like my yard and my garden. So I also got some zucchini. I almost cry when you see that meme going around about lock your car doors and don't answer your front door, because people are going to be giving you boxes of zucchini because their gardens are overflowing. I almost cry. I'm like, not mine. I want them people to come to my house. There's another eggplant. And I got some corn. This is just early golden bantam hybrid corn. And I'm telling you, I don't know where I'm going to plant corn. But this is one of them spontaneous, so it's only a quarter buys. That's it. And I'm going to tell you, I put up a really tiny short video, but in case you haven't seen it, just beware. We shook every pack of these mixed pepper sweet Grand Bell mix. We shook every pack that they had in the store and could not hear any seeds. We felt along the edges and could not feel anything. So I thought I put them back, but I evidently got this one, and when I opened it up, it's empty. So just beware. When you pick up this seed pack, feel it, make sure there's something in there. And then I got 2 of these, and I'll tell you why I got these. And they're kind of flimsy, whatever, but they're $1.25. I got these, and I don't think, no, there's no holes in them, which is good for me, because 2 of these fit perfectly in my windowsill in the kitchen. And I'm thinking that I'm going to grow lettuce in these, Of course, since there was no drainage and I don't have a tray to go under them, I'm probably just going to plant the lettuce in like 4-inch pots that will sit down in here, and that will look pretty on my kitchen windowsill whenever it gets too hot for me to grow lettuce outdoors. And that's it for now. My feet are falling asleep sitting here Indian style on the ground, hiding from the sunshine so you guys can see my face. And I guess just say goodbye, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all. Oh, my foot's asleep.